Hey Glam Fam, what's up? So today we are going into the super natural all concealer as foundation with a nice neutral eye. If you'd like to see how I achieve this look, then just keep on watching. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe while you're at it and hit that little bell thing so you know when I'm coming up with another video. Without any further ado, let's put that intro in right now. Let's do this.
I just wanna show you off, I don't wanna do you wrong. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the flies of them all?
Being hydrated is number one, so I'm using this KYLIE Surge Hydrating Spray. Then I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Primizer Water. Just put that in my T-zone, and then I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Step 1 in the areas where I get the most pores, and then I'm going to tap it in so I'm not blending it away with this small Eco Tool sponge. Then it's time to do my brows. I slowed this clip down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm using e.l.f. adhesive glue and putting it on the back of a spoolie. And I'm going to brush my hairs up because when you do that, you make thin or sparse brows look fuller. You can surely do this with an eyebrow gel, which I'll do later as the finishing touch, but I want my brows to stick up and then I'm gonna shape them based on that. I was going for a more fuller brow this time. Sometimes, you know, the good thing about having sparse brows is you can make your brows any way you want them. And this technique works amazing. Going in with my Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer, I'm using that as my foundation. I'm mixing the color Honey and Light Beige in case you wanna use shade reference. And then I am going to put the light beige where I want to show more light, especially down the sides of my nose because it'll make my nose appear smaller. And then I will buff that all in. You will see I'm just making my nose smaller. So I'm only leaving the bridge without any concealer. Sometimes you can do it the opposite way. Now I'm just going to tap it in with my favorite Eco Tool sponge. This sponge is everything. It's lightly damp. Yeah, and I love the way this Too Faced concealer feels as a foundation. I have the Too Faced Born This Way, but I love this concealer as foundation. So we're just going to keep tapping that in, making sure we're using kind of like pouncing motions. Then I'm going to go in light beige one more time because your girl's got some dark circles. And, you know, we got to get rid of that. So I took my little sponge again and buffed that in. Now I'm going in with the Kat Von D Lock-It powder and I'm setting my eyes immediately. Then I'm going to go where my smile lines are. That way nothing creases. Then I'm going to take it under where I lay my contour because it'll make it stand out. Now here comes the Anastasia Gel Brow. I'm just going to give that adhesive a little bit more texture. And I'm going to let that dry. Then I'm going to put translucence powder on top. And now I'm going in with the e.l.f. pencil, my favorite eyebrow pencil. I'm going to do a little bit of the eyebrow drawing in off camera because it takes forever. And then I'm just going in with this little brush that I got from Eco Tools and just making it look a little softer because sometimes they look a little harsh. So that way they're fluffy and big, but they look more natural. Then I'm going in with concealer with a very small detail brush to enhance my eyebrows. Now I'm going to take all that bake off. And yep, I kind of like to buff it off and then like tap it into the skin as well at the same time. Then I'm going to spray, and you know what that means. I'm going to pounce that in with my Eco Tool sponge because it's just going to take away that powder look and my makeup's not going to go anywhere. I'm using the KKW Beauty Concealer in shade number 13 to contour because I wanted more of a natural contour, and I'm going to just buff that in using upstrokes with my Eco Tool sponge once again. There we go. Then I'm just going to use my Hoola Matte Bronzer just to set that cream, and it's going to give me a perfect contour. I love this combination. Now I'm just going with translucent powder on my eyes to set the cream contour. And I'm buffing them with translucent powder and with a buffing brush. Same thing on the other side. Now I'm going in with that bronzy shade or that brown shade on the outer V. This is going to be very easy and natural and just going into the crease. You can listen to music while I do it. Same thing on the other side. It's so easy. I'll be sure to put the names of the shades in the description box below, don't worry. I'm just taking the same
You
buffing brush
better
and
call
buffing everything
Becky
so
with
it's
the
seamless.
good hair.
Now I'm going in with a lid brush on with this bright gold shade from the chocolate gold palette. I will leave the name again in the description box below or somewhere on the screen. And then one last time deepening up the outer V. So, you know, after we spray, it's jam sesh time while we're waiting for it to dry. Let's do this. Watch your mouth.